So we're diving into JimRising versus Meowerdoom. Meowerdoom, currently the best North American player in this entire tournament. And Meowerdoom is currently up 1-0. Very impressive. Very impressive. And when I asked, oh my god, really? And Jim's like, yeah, game 1 I played Protoss. It's like, stop playing Protoss, Jim. Stop playing Protoss against Zerg. It just doesn't work out, man. Oh my god. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE. We have the Mexican Zerg player representing Timbers Esports and Macacos all over the world. In game 1, he was Protoss, but now, after being humbled, he is Zerg. It is JimRising. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, representing Risen from the Gosu. It is the American Zerg player. He's red. It is Meowerdoom. He's terrifying, mate. Terrifying. What were electric eels called before electricity was discovered? God damn it, Sounder. These are the questions we need answered. Oh boy. Oh my, I didn't even notice. My apologies. Meowerdoom opening up with a gas pool hatch. My oh my, quite aggressive indeed. Personally, I love this. I personally go for this opener every single ZvZ. Why? Well, because 1, you get extra gas early on. What do you do with that gas? You get link speed and you get a Baneling Nest, you gain map control, and you can apply aggression to your opponents. The downside is that your economy is impacted quite heavily by this. So there are pros and cons. Ooh, and the interesting thing here is that even though he got the early pool and the early gas, he's not making links. He went straight for a queen instead. So a much more of a, I guess, conservative start to this build, but of course when link speed finishes, you can always have the option to link flood. It will always be there. Meanwhile, JimRising went for a pretty standard opening, hatch, gas, pool. Again, JimRising, his best matchup is ZvZ. We were talking about it yesterday. JimRising pulled off a reverse sweep against Ryu in the finals of Sentimiento Latino. Ryu was up 2-0, and then JimRising won 3 games in a row in the best of 5 grand finals. It was insane. It was also heartbreaking to watch, but again, JimRising is pretty goddamn good at StarCraft. Meanwhile, JimRising confirmed that it was a pool first opening. He confirmed the timing of the hatchery, so he's playing the safe and he throws down a spine at home. We've got queens, we've got spine, we've got great positioning as well. So once these links show up, Jim, all he has to do is pull the workers back into his main base and he should be perfectly fine. Oh my god, and we have a proper link flood as well. We have 0 drones at the natural and Jim is gonna spot this. Yep, he confirms 0 drones. He knows that it's an all-in. He even sees the Baneling Nest as well. So Jim is preparing. We even have a second spine on the high ground. Meowerdoom is going to have a hard time breaking this. We'll see. There's not enough energy for Transfuse. Maybe he can work his way through the queens. It's going to be tough, though. Oh, Jim even prematurely pulls the boys. Oh, my God. He's so ready for this. And Meowerdoom, I feel like from here, just needs to drone up. And I love it. He is. He's just droning up at home. Oh, my God. What a big rain. Surround! Surround! Go for it! Up! 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 And it looks like he will. The first queen will go down. Decent detonation on the larva. Second detonation goes off as well. The spine will go down on the low ground. Never mind. Clutch transfuse keeps the spine alive. And JimRising survives. Oh boy. Meowerdoom is trying to drone up as best he can at home. Problem is that even though he's been doing nothing but make drones, he is still so far behind compared to Jim. Down 6 workers. I'm sure Meowerdoom hoped to maybe kill this spine and then focus down a couple of drones, but it wasn't working out for him. The control there of the queens was just too good. Jim keeps it all alive. Starduck, wake up! He wake up! Yo! Shout out to Starduck. Let's go. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Okay, now we can focus on Battle of the Americas. Now we can focus. I was like so concerned in the back of my mind. I was so scared as well that Starduck wasn't gonna wake up in time because this goddamn young kid was sleeping in because he went to bed at like 3 a.m. Shaking my head. Oh, god damn it, Starduck. I was so scared. Alright. It's all good. It is all good. Meanwhile, what do we have going on here? So Jim, he is going for a 2 base lair timing here. He has 3 gases. I doubt he's going to go for a 4th. He is working on +1 range, so he's going for a very strong roach push. Meanwhile, Meowerdoom, he cut drone production, working on his own roaches. His roaches are going to be quite a bit weaker in the sense that they will not have any upgrades. There's not going to be roach speed behind this. There's not going to be +1 range. It's just straight up roaches. And the benefit of Meowerdoom is that he's hitting before any of this investment comes into play for Jim. The problem is we have queens and we still have those spines from earlier in the game. So Meowerdoom is going to have a hard time breaking this. A very hard time. He pushes up the ramp, clears up a bunch of creep. Maybe he can pick off a queen? Maybe 2? Depending on the... Oh, Jim knows though. He pulls back with the queens. And Meowerdoom has to back off and take a 3rd. Ugh. Oh, this is so scary here. Why? Because these upgrades that we were talking about, they're more than halfway done. And when they finish, Jim is going to pull the trigger. He's going to go across the map, and he is going to hit hard. Meowerdoom has to prepare. How do you prepare? Wait, we need to spread creep. We need spines. We need creep, and we need spines. And queens. Like, double Evo upgrades, that's a great way to catch up if you survive. But again, the push is going to come before your upgrades finish. You need more than just your roaches. You need stack defense. And without it, I'm worried, man. The roaches are coming across the map. They do get spotted by Meowerdoom. How does he respond? Meowerdoom is well aware of the entire army coming his way. He cancels his upgrades, restarts them. Oh, God. He does catch a Ravager for free. Maybe a 2nd? Oh, 1 for free. Pretty good start so far. But again, Meowerdoom, he is down in the army supply. The queen is going to fall. We need, like, boys to be pulled in this scenario. Anything. But it looks like JimRising just has too much here with his superior upgrades. He breaks through. Gonna be able to clean up all these roaches here outside of the 3rd. Can Meowerdoom hold the natural? Again, maybe if he had some spines. Maybe if he pulled the boys. But with none of that going his way, to be fair, he was already in a rough position. Jim is powering on through, taking down every single roach. And Jim, even though he lost the first game, it's looking like he is going to tie things up. Looking. We have a couple of reinforcements coming out from Meowerdoom. The army of Jim is getting lower. Yo, if Meowerdoom holds without losing workers, that is huge. Okay, never mind. For a moment there, I believed for a moment. I believed. GG, well played. JimRising ties up the series 1-1. GG. Oh, there it is. There it is. And we are going to be going to our ace match. Let's go. And I'm personally, I feel lucky that I was able to catch this series. Meowerdoom versus JimRising really stuck out to me. Of course, I wanted to follow Neo in his run earlier, so we were focusing on that instead. But JimRising versus Meowerdoom, oh, it's spicy, mate. It's spicy. And I feel like this is probably going to show us who will move on to the grand finals, as the winner of this series moves on to face Fate. Fate is a good player, but I do think that he is a little bit outclassed. A little bit. As we set things up here. Again, JimRising, his best matchup is ZvZ. Like, I've seen Jim beat Cham. Like, it's crazy. Oh, God. But we'll see. We'll see if Meowerdoom can overcome this. Personally, I kind of hope so. I would love to see some NA versus LatAm in the finals. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get there. As we are loading on in. Meanwhile, Stark's in the chat. Hashtag Team Greetorp? Does Greetorp still cast? What? What are you talking about? I talking about Greetorp, the old NASL caster. To be fair, he did cast relatively. I think he casted like 1 or 2 years ago. He was invited to Home Story Cup, right? If I'm not wrong. But yeah, it's been a while. it's been a long time. It's a very old school name. Oh god, as we are getting into the ace match here of this quarterfinals match, and spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player himself, the man of the people, representing Timbers Esports, tied up 1-1. It is JimRising. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the American Zerg player representing Risen from the Gosu, once again going for a gas pool opener. It is Meowerdoom. Interesting. So this is a bit of an earlier gas pool. It's not your standard gas pool hatch opener. So that is quite interesting here. He should still be going for his natural. Yeah, there we go. I was like, yo, what's going on? He is going for the natural base. But we'll see if he's going to be a little bit more aggressive here. What I mean by that is that if you remember, in the beginning of Game 2, he actually prioritized Queen production instead of Lings. Which meant obviously he can get Larva and Inject, but it does mean that he didn't have any map presence in the beginning of the game. So we'll see if he does the same thing, and so far, looks like he will. This could just be Meowerdoom's opening. Like, this could just be like, just the way he plays this out in a ZvZ, you know, you just go gas, pool, hatch, get your queen up and running. Of course, he will have very fast link speed. But the downside, especially if we looked at the previous game, is that JimRising was so good with his scouting. He sent slow lings across the map every now and then, and he would always see everything that he needed to. He would see the drones at the natural base. He would see the Bailey nest, the queens, the lings. Like, he just was able to get so much information. Meanwhile, there's that Bailey nest again. I don't personally, I don't really like the position of this Bailey nest. I wish it was behind the mineral line, a little bit more hidden. Again, just to delay scouting for as long as possible. Like, this is what I mean. Like, Jim, he's going across the map with these lings. What's the goal of these lings? To get past the lings of Meowerdoom and to scout. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. Oh boy, we already have a spine here as well. Again, JimRising confirmed the timing of the hatchery, so he knows lings are gonna be coming in. Queen is a little bit exposed, but okay, should be able to fight. Should be okay. Meowerdoom, a little bit idle. Okay, there we go. He does pull the trigger with his own lings. And the ling of JimRising gets in again. Oh my, he just does it every time. He confirms the Bailey nest. Oh my god. So Jim knows it's the exact same opener. What does Jim do here? That's the question. Oh, Jim is being so much greedier. Both players are joining up. Jim is not like falling for Meowerdoom at all. Oh my god, he's just walling off. Oh my god. It's crazy. Like, to be fair, Jim obviously has overlords outside the bases, so he would see if there was a link flood coming. And because there wasn't, he just drones up, he walls off, and Jim is fine. He has a worker lead. He already started his lair. This isn't as bad as previously for Meowerdoom. He's not too far behind in workers. But he has to... He needs a plan B. He needs a solid plan B. And we'll see what that plan is going to be here. He does get a bit of a wraparound. Going to try and get the queen. Yo, he gets us around. Beautifully done. He does grab one queen. This time, Lair is on the way for Meowerdoom, so is +1 range at the same time as Jim's upgrade. That's very important. And I want to see what Meowerdoom has to offer here. Is he also just going to go roaches? Are we going to see roach versus roach? Or is someone going to divert and go into a spire? That's what I want to know. Oh. Here we go as the queens are just again slowly spreading their creep. We have layers finishing up for both players. Jim was much faster, so he's already got roach speed on the way. Roaches are being pumped out. And I hope Meowerdoom gets some goddamn spines. Spines are underrated. They're pretty good. Again, Jim has them. He had them last game as well. They do so well defensively, especially if they're behind your roaches. They can get so much value. They're like your tanks in ZvZ. Well, they can be. They can be. Oh boy, as Jim is sneaking around the edges of the map, quickly looking at Meowerdoom's vision. Meowerdoom has no idea. He confirms the third base. Oh, but he still sees nothing. Now, finally, he gets a glimpse of a single roach, and now he sees the rest of the roaches head towards his third base. What is the response here from Meowerdoom? Mate, we need something. The roaches are going to try and meet him. We have 10 more roaches on the way. He does have defender's advantage, so he will have a decent army, and I think he should hold on to his third, especially with the queens. Alright, so far so good. Meowerdoom holds on. Beautiful. Upgrades are about to kick in for both players, so it won't really mean much. Of course, JimRising does already have roach speed, but Meowerdoom isn't too far behind. Yo, he immediately starts +2 as well. I love it. JimRising trying to power his way through, but it's not going to work out here. Bit of a wraparound, but it feels like, yes, Meowerdoom does have enough. He holds on, survives the second wave. I'm worried about the third wave, though, because Jim is working on double upgrades, double Evo production. We have a second Evo for Meowerdoom, or at least there it is. It is behind the mineral line. But where's +1 carapace? Like, we need it ASAP. You know, we got this Evo chamber for a reason. Yeah, the longer Meowerdoom puts it off, the worse it's going to be once Jim hits this timing. Oh boy, ay. Alright, let's go. Meowerdoom just kind of posturing outside the third base, confirms the roaches and the Ravager positioning. He does back off. There we go. Carapace is finally on the way, but this is delayed. Very much so delayed. There's going to be a big window where JimRising will have an upgrade advantage. Is it the biggest of deals? I want to say it isn't, but in a mirror matchup, like, everything counts, you know? Like, every little thing matters so much here. We do see Meowerdoom droning up, taking his gases, much faster than that of Jim. Jim only taking one, delaying his other. As a couple of players are a little bit supply blocked, and yeah, we're straight up getting into some Roach Ravager. So the big question now becomes, okay, I imagine Jim is going to want to hit a timing with his upgrades. And here we go, he's going to hit it. If this doesn't kill Meowerdoom, where do we go from here? Do we just see continued Roach Ravager, or are we going to see a transition into those lurkers? Ooh, as Jim wants his fourth base. Oh, it's so vulnerable, he's going to force a cancel. Oh, just barely cancels in time. Oh my god. That was so close. 1 second too late and that would have been a kill. At the same time, we got a couple of roaches trying to sneak into the third base of Meowerdoom. Meowerdoom does push him back. Upgrades finally kick in for Jimbo. He knows. He's ready. Yo, we've got 5 more overlords on the way. Yo, this man wants to max out. And Meowerdoom is the first to try and transition. Infestation bits on the way. That's great, but mate, you gotta deal with what's in front of you now first. Positioning matters so much here. We have all this creep being cleared up, which means it's gonna be harder for Meowerdoom to keep up with where the army is positioned. Again, he wants that fourth base. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, does get a better angle. He does immediately kill a queen and immediately forces a cancel on the fourth. Behind this, Jim is getting his own fort towards the bottom right-hand side of the map. We do see a fight ensuing here, and Jim just has too much. Oh my god, drones are going down as well. The miss rally. And Jimmy backs off. I feel like he's happy with what he got. And here we go. Here is that transition. We are going to be seeing Hydras and Lurkers. Meanwhile, Meowerdoom instead going for Roach, Ravager, Infestor. I love that they're both going for different things. What's better? We'll find out. We will find out. Jimmy's trying to find a way up this ramp, but ooh, he does get denied. It does land a couple of Ravager shots. So far, nicely done by Meowerdoom. He's able to meet him here at the 4th. Oh, more bows connect. Oh, God. Meowerdoom, please. Oh, no. Oh, no, Meowerdoom. He's getting distracted from the run by. The queen falls. The reinforcements will be able to deal with this, but he gets pulled back. And the 4th just keeps getting denied. Oh, God. And just like that, we have momentum here for JimRising. He's just pulling Meowerdoom apart. Somehow, some way, he's doing it. Again, these are little advantages that JimRising's getting, but like his 4th is up and running, he's getting his gases, he's prioritizing, he's taking up with all his extra money. Like, Meowerdoom is in such a rough position. Like, the supplies are still close, and again, it will come down to one big fight, but JimRising is setting himself up so well. There we go, pushes in again, just trading off Roaches here and there, picks off another queen. This affects the injects as well, because the natural and the 3rd base queens were both killed. Jim will lose a couple of Ravagers in the retreat, but he wants to lose Ravagers. He wants to lose Roaches. Why? Because he's making Hydras and Lurkers. Oh, the Hydras reveal themselves. Meowerdoom, it's now or never. Decent fungal, but we need to follow up. We need to capitalize on this. Oh, he lands another fungal as well. He's trying to force his way up the ramp, but JimRising just has so much here. In the end, JimRising's army will be swallowed up, but we have plenty of reinforcements. It's go time. Yo, Meowerdoom, he takes the fight in the middle of the map. He needs to end the game now. He cannot let Jim get these Lurkers up. Let's go. Meowerdoom, he's going across the map. We have 2 Lurkers in production here at the 3rd base. Meowerdoom, you gotta go for it, buddy. He doesn't have detection. Oh no, the reinforcements are going to be too much here. Jim, he borrows the Lurkers, and the Lurkers defend. Even though Meowerdoom had a massive supply advantage, it doesn't even matter. Because Jim, he just dances back in range of the Lurkers, and Meowerdoom just cannot push in. He gets forced back. He's making more Infestors behind this, but even with Infestors, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Now we finally have an Observer morphed in. Meowerdoom only has 3 Ravagers, though. Gets 1 Lurker. 1 Lurker that was morphing in, but now he's fighting within Lurker range. Oh, God, you hate to see it. He does have detection. He's trying to dive on top of the Lurkers. Oh, God, is it going to be enough? He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets all 3 Lurkers. Yo, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed that he managed to kill every single Lurker there. He doesn't have enough to keep going. Oh, no, the Infestor! No! The Infestor. No, the second Infestor as well! Meowerdoom, please! 2 Infestors go down for free. Oh, my God. He had momentum. Imagine this army with, obviously, this detection and 2 Infestors. Oh, my God. Ay, ay, ay. Again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Jim, because he has the 4th base, he's got the mining. To be fair, Meowerdoom has his own 4th behind this as well. He was able to expand. Shout out to Meowerdoom. Oh, God. But it's always so hard to fight against Lurkers like this. We need the biles to connect. We need the biles! Oh, and they will connect. 1 Lurker goes down, though. 1 more bile is all we needed. It does finally land. 2 Lurkers go down. Oh, if only the corrosive biles were a little bit thicker, a little bit wider. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Meowerdoom, he's doing so well right now, but oh, God, the death of those Infestors changed everything. Honestly, changed absolutely everything. Now there are no spellcasters. It's just Roach Ravager from Meowerdoom. Jim's getting he's getting a 5th. Oh my God, corrosive biles are connecting. Another one of those Lurkers is a little bit exposed, and so are these. Oh my God, Jim, please. He loses 2 Lurkers for free. And with that, that kind of equalizes the losses that Meowerdoom had earlier. There is still one lurker behind this, and it does pose a big threat. We do have 3 Ravagers, and the Biles are kind of connecting, but the lurker's still alive. Never mind, the lurker eventually goes down, and now Meowerdoom is powering on through here. Despite having the worst tech, despite only having Roach Ravager and not having any Infestors here, he's pulling it off. Oh my god. How is he doing it? Every single time. More Biles are connecting, but yo, Meowerdoom has some momentum here. We have a Spine, but the Spine is going to go down. Decent Transfuse. Going to be holding on for dear life. JimRising forces this back. Almost every single Ravager gets picked off. Oh, Meowerdoom overextending a little bit there. Oh, Meowerdoom, please. He needs to consolidate his army. He needs to reinforce. And he is now, but at the same time, he also can't give JimRising too much room. He needs to at least kill this hatchery and then just keep going. Oh, God. Finally, the Spine does fall. But now JimRising was given enough time to get his own Ravagers up and running. Biles are trying to connect. This base will fall. It will finally get picked off. Oh, my God. Oh god, Meowerdoom, is he doing it? Is he doing it? I don't know, man. It's always so difficult to fight against the lurkers, and 6 more on the way. Like Meowerdoom had a moment there where he could have tried to end the game, but he just couldn't pull it off. And now we have more lurkers. Not just lurkers, but now we have a pretty decent buffer as well for the lurkers. Oh god. And Meowerdoom, I think he's accepted his fate. Hydrogen is on the way. He's like, I need my own lurkers. It's not happening. He realizes that he cannot end the game here. Oh, these lurkers are a little bit exposed. Where's the detection? There's no detection! Oh, no. Oh, no. Meowerdoom, please. Thankfully, he does bow down 2 lurkers, and he does fight outside of range of the remaining lurkers. There we go. We do have some detection finally joining up here. JimRising, something that he's been lacking a lot are the upgrades for said lurkers. He does have Seismic Spines, but Adaptive Talents is still on the way. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. It's so rough. The Biles are so good, though. Another lurker goes down. Ah. Oh, that's a lot of Spines at the 4th base, and finally Meowerdoom does spot them. He's not going to be able to find his way up that ramp. Oh, picks up a queen for free, though. Nice pick off. He needs to find another angle of attack here. Rotating around, trying to deny the 5th base again would be ideal. He tries to force his way up into the Spines. I don't know about this, buddy. Oh, my God. But he does force every single lurker onto the low ground. They're getting picked off one after the other. Half of them weren't even fighting. Oh my god. And the Biles are connecting. He's doing it once again. He's trading so well against the lurkers. I'm inspired. There's still two more behind this, though. I don't know, buddy. Oh god. Oh, this Roach Ravager is taking so much damage. He's just, every single time, Meowerdoom just barely wins the fight. Is this going to be enough? Has he finally broken a base? Can he finally get into a mineral line? Because that's something that Meowerdoom has been missing every single time, and it looks like he won't. It looks like the defender's advantage is too much here. Jim is forcing this all the way back. How does he? Just every single time, he just keeps his drones alive. And this is scary, because now Jim has an extra base. But it's okay, because you know what? Meowerdoom does have his one as well. He could do with some extra gases, but oh my god. It's crazy. What's important, Meowerdoom does have his Hydra Den. Does he have a Lurker Den? He does not. Doesn't have a Lurker Den, which is a little bit scary. Like, imagine these fights, but if Meowerdoom had Lurkers as well. Like, honestly, I think he'd be so good. He'd be winning. He would have won by now. So I hope he's not tunnel visioning too much. Like, mate, you got the tech. Keep going, you know? Like, I would argue right now, Meowerdoom has a hive. Just get some Vipers. Just get some Vipers. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about getting your own Lurkers out. Get some Vipers, get some Blinding Clouds, maybe get some Yoinks going, and you are going to be amazing. Here we go. Roach Ravager's pushing in once again, trying to hit the 5th base of JimRising. The Spines are not positioned, not yet. It looks like they may go down before they get a chance to. There we go. They are being picked off. Oh, God. The dance between the two of them. What's scary, JimRising is about to get +3. Even though Meowerdoom has had a hive for so long, he never got 3-3. And Jim, he is. Oh, God. Meowerdoom, he needs to take a moment to breathe, honestly. He needs to, like, recenter a little bit and be like, okay, Roach Ravager isn't, it's a way to brute force your way in, and he's been doing a very good job at it. But there are other ways. Oh my god, look at that. He's listening to the stream. Kappa. 2 Vipers are on the way. This changes everything. Changes everything. Jim doesn't have his own Vipers. Unfortunately, this does also mean that Meowerdoom backs off. He has to wait for the Vipers to finish. He has to wait to gather energy. And Jim is going to have so much time to refine his army and get even more lurkers. Like, this is kind of scary. Please, please. Yeah. You see both players harassing each other's freshest bases. They will both force denials. Ooh. Jim was able to kill this base of Meowerdoom. There it is. Finally, +3 is on the way, but a little bit late. At this point, because of the sheer number of lurkers, I think Vipers may not be enough anymore. I think Meowerdoom has to go into lurkers as well, honestly. Which is a shame. I know a lot of Zerg players just don't like playing with lurkers. Like, I myself don't. But I think we're going to be forced into it. I think it's happening. Oh, God. Here we go. You see Jim moving out here into the middle of the map. Meowerdoom trying to shock around. Meowerdoom is maxed out. Yo, if he can catch all these lurkers, yo, they're looking so juicy. Jim, he goes across the map with his Roach Ravager. Meowerdoom has to make a decision, and he turns around. He is going back home to defend, and in the process, he will lose this space and every single worker. The lurkers! The lurkers! Oh my god! Meowerdoom, please! We need some blinding clouds, puppy! We need them! We need them! We're not getting them! Oh my god, finally they get thrown down. Is it going to be enough? They force the unburrow. Oh, but Meowerdoom took so many free volleys there. Ay, ay, ay. And now Jim is the one with momentum. Now he is the one pressuring Meowerdoom. GG gets called. He's run out of steam. Oh no. Jim takes the series. GG, well played, Jim. And mate, shout out to Meow. He was doing so well. Oh my god. Despite having the tech disadvantage for so long. A couple of mistakes here and there, to be fair, but GG. I hope Meowerdoom isn't feeling too bad. I know losing a close series like that can always be rough, because it's like, oh my god, I was so close if I only did just 1 or 2 more things. But that was impressive. I'm impressed. GG, Meowerdoom. GG. Ugh. Wow. Oh my god. I see Renegade cheering for his boy. Shout out to Next Doormat. Thank you so much. I did notice that you did subscribe with Twitch Prime during that game, but I was kind of engrossed in the game itself. But thank you so much, Next Doormat, for the Twitch Prime. We appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy your ducks. Hope you enjoy your quacks. Quack. Your emotes, I should say. Oh god. I'm catching up in the chat. Dragon Soul. Meowerdoom has been up in supply, but it kind of seems like he was the underdog. Yes, yes. I mean, he was the underdog. He is the underdog, 100%. JimRising is one of the best players in Latin America, and he's up on Meowerdoom like 500 MMR. I think more than that, like 600 MMR. Like there is a gap. That's why I'm so impressed by how Meowerdoom was playing there. Yeah, like. It's one of those things where he was stuck on Roach Ravager, and his goal was to win with it. Again, he did not want to go into lurkers. He wanted to avoid that portion of the game, and he was almost able to accomplish that. Almost. Just every single time, we just barely didn't have enough to break Jim. like, despite all these pushes and all these fights that he was winning, he was able to maybe deny some bases, but he never got any drone kills. He never was able to kill like an important base by any means. GG. And with that, now that intense ZvZ is over, we are going to be getting ready for a ZVP, and joining me once again is going to be the lovely, the beautiful, it's going to be Ducklings.